We're at Jim's today. This is Jim's garage. Jim is working on the Oldsmobile that we did the floor in a while back. And Jim's done a bunch of work to it. I'm going to help him put the window in it. You can watch.
The windows upstairs in the barn, I didn't feel, yesterday my knees were a little sore and I did not want to be walking down the steps carrying that windshield when my knee gives out on me. So it's still sitting upstairs.
I must say, I can grab that. You have your cigarette. Jolene has got Jim some coffee and a sandwich there from our daily ritual.
Oh, we probably want these in bunches.
Okay, you do that. Where's the window up? Just go upstairs.
Right above me, right up there.
Is the step down?
Yes.
All right. I'll be right back.
I'll turn the light on.
This is going to make the car look something different. Is it not? Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, you took off the... It's not that thick either. I thought it'd be thicker than that. It's not.
Yeah, I was going to say it curves around the corner.
Did you hear anything break?
No.
Gee, that's why you didn't want to go get it.
There's a lot of reasons why I didn't want to go get it.
Let's set it in right now.
Oh.
See if it fits the hole.
Okay, you grab it. That's
Yeah.
it. We'll have to...
That'd been something. I took that out now.
We'll have to move good and slow.
Just a second now. We got it upside down. Is she going right?
No, yep.
Good and slow is good for me, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Good and slow is good for me.
Slow. Can't go
Slow.
Can't go slow enough.
Can't go slow enough. Can we set it in the
Oh,
bottom?
wait, we are upside down. Oh, would not be upset if it doesn't even match.
Would you be upset? Set it in the bottom, maybe?
No, hold your finger. Okay, we'll just...
We can set it in the bottom, can't we?
Oh, no.
My bottom's in. Set your bottom in, and then you see the top. Got your fingers in the top so we can get it out. Have you? Okay, so that was gonna work. To me, it's gonna work.
Yeah. And the line, same distance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it looked.
I took my fingers out there and shoved it back.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Get it in there. There we go. And I'm gonna admit right now, I'm not a glass guy.
Nope, neither am I.
No,
I can
I'm a
count
car
on
guy.
two fingers how many times I put a windshield in.
You can count on how many fingers?
2 fingers. But
Let's all this bad boy out. Jimbo?
I spent a few hours and scraped and cleaned all the grooves out and stuff. I thought I'd use this, it's rubber friendly oil. Undercoating.
Yeah.
It's rubber friendly and it's slippery and we won't have to keep, so I have an idea, just soak the rubber down, especially in the seams.
On the floor, on there, what do you want to do? Outside?
I'll just run a bead from the corner.
I'll let you do it. How's that? Jimbo's got a little car here down the end there. I want to take a look at it. You was going to sell it, was you not, Jim? Did you sell it?
No, I didn't sell it. It's still there. The red one?
Yeah?
Cobalt.
Are you still... Give it to her, Jimbo. You still selling it?
I would, yeah.
We'll have to take a look at it before we leave.
Yeah, it hasn't been going for exactly 1 year.
Has not gone for exactly 1 year. Did you buy this car new?
No.
Second hand?
I bought it five years ago.
Yeah?
And drove it 25,000 kilometers and tuned it up and got it running good and put a new set of tires, all new brakes in the back.
Yeah.
But it, I'll have to take a little brush and kind of smooch this around. Now, there's probably a lot of people who don't think this is an idea, but I know when you have a real tough time putting these in, this is where you end up. Spraying this stuff in. Know what I mean? Like, it's a lot slipperier than soap.
It's got an end on it like your hat.
And it stays there.
Did you make that extra? Oh, you made that extra long.
Yeah, to get in miserable spots, but I should actually, I don't really need it extra long now. Oh, I had to take a little brush and kind of smooch it around. But this stuff is not supposed to hurt rubbers. It's made for undercoating, around rubber. And guaranteed it's slippery.
Guaranteed it's slippery.
Because the soap we're gonna have, if we use soap and water, we gotta just keep drowning it. And if this is gonna be a bugger to put in, we need all the help we can get. Now this side's the important side.
What's this going on the inside?
This is where it goes on the metal, yeah. And the leftover of this will undercoat the car because I'm not putting sealant on it. Oh, this works pretty good.
Hard to believe having extra hands helps, eh, Jim?
I'm used to being by myself all the time. I like honest to God, I'm the biggest hermit you ever met.
No.
Due to you is the only reason why I'm got any social life at all.
Well, there you go.
But this
that tells everybody how much social time I have. You know what I'm saying? If you know,
there, okay, now I'll grab
most times I'm busy. You know,
Grab a
most
little
times
brush.
I'm working, doing something. You know, and I apologize to some people that I don't spend that time or give that time, but generally I try to stay busy, and I cannot be busy and socialize at the same time. I'm sorry, that doesn't work that way sometimes. And believe me, I like to socialize once in a while. Yes, I do. It's good to have a conversation. But
brush. Okay.
this would be called.
This is the original rubber, and it's not cracked. There's no cracks in it. It's in good shape. So
You know what I've always said, Jim? The Queen's got a crack. We don't talk about her.
But years ago, when I bought the windshield, Speedy Auto Glass found in the States this rubber, and the guy wanted $500 for it. And I decided not to buy it because I was running out of money. And but $500 then, that was like 5-6 years ago when I did that.
Wow.
So
Was it
that
now?
windshield
what's it
that
now?
windshield was $700 US 5 years ago. Yeah, that's a lot of money now.
It still is.
Well, it's a lot more now than it was.
Jim's going for it. Let's flop her over so you can get at it.
The windshield will kind of make it kind of go around anyway, I think. But anyway, it's creep oil, so I don't know if we even need to rub it. Oh, I think the windshield will get that. I got the important groove, which
Okay.
is the one around the.
You want to set it in now?
Oh yeah. How do you think this?
I think we got her right on the track, haven't we?
We're not going to worry about dirt and clean. It's clean enough. I don't think we got any gravel problems. But this windshield, according to Speedy Auto Glass, was the only one they could find with all their connections, and it came from Kansas, and it was $700 US. At the time, it was $850 or $900, and now $700. That'd be more like $1,500 to buy this thing. But sometimes it's the same thing as other things. Maybe there was a markup, a hidden markup that I didn't know about.
A hidden markup. Sometimes that happens. Jimbo, sometimes that happens.
Boy, this is a hard enough job just putting the rubber on.
Well,
Good thing we got this slippery stuff. We'd never get it on if it wasn't for this slippery stuff.
oh.
But it seems to me windshields do not fit until they're in place. And they have to push the rubber totally out of place, hovered in the air 100% in order to get over the flange to get them down in the spot where they actually fit, because they don't fit on their own. Like, they don't fit part way in. Like, they have to be all the way in before they fit. Geez, you're doing way better than I am.
No.
Well, it's deceiving. It looked like you were doing it. Looked like you were doing it.
Deceiving.
Sometimes you have to have the glass be able to rock or move a little bit in this in order to give it enough room to.
Am I on there? I'm on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deceiving. That's not on there.
Oh, I'm on a roll. Don't say something.
Feels like it's going on tight. That's a good thing.
Well, the rubber's in good shape. It doesn't have any cracks.
Just so.
Dry lube silicone's good for rubbers too, but I don't like it on my hands and I don't like the smell of it. So at least this stuff.
That's one. Get it on
There. Okay. Wow. Pretty rope. Oh, do you remember which side was top and which side was down?
I'm just
Because we want the bottom with the rope. We want the bottom to start and we go to the top.
wasn't this.
Okay. It seems to me this. Whoa. I think this is the bottom.
Yeah, I think so.
Does that make sense? Because this angle here points ahead, and that's the windshield doorpost here. So this is the bottom, because the bottom goes straight. The bottom goes straight to the point back, and the top of the windshield curves. So this is the top. So we want the bottom to have the opening in the middle.
I released myself. I let Jim figure that out.
Well, you're the one that's actually in charge here.
No, that's not true. I'm a
It's
helper.
kind of like the blind leading the blind.
No,
Okay,
I'm a
that
helper.
goes like that.
Seems like an awful big rope, but
We want a big rope.
we want a big. Okay.
I could have.
I
I
can-
had rope that was bigger, but
I can
I
understand
didn't want
that.
bigger. But this, it's supposed to just fit in there. The proper guide, I think, is when you move the windshield around, the rope won't fall out. If the rope falls out, you've got it too small.
Gotcha.
Because
Falls in, you got too small.
if it's too small, it'll just pull out of the rubber and won't even pull the rubber up over the flange. It's got to
Okay.
be big enough to act as that. What do you call it? It has to move the rubber. It can't go past the rubber. So, and I know string will just pull right out.
Yes.
And the rubber stays flanged straight in there, and there you are. You know what I mean? You got to take the windshield back in. But it's been.
A few.
It's been a long time. I've never done a windshield like this. Now, Rick Salzman said, "Oh, you have no problem." So,
Well,
and he
what
says
that tells
we
me,
haven't done a
he has
rope
faith.
windshield for years. He says.
You have no problem, sis. That means he has faith in you.
Well, it's kind of yeah.
You have no problem.
I've been known to have problems. So.
Have we all? Haven't we all?
But the only thing that matters here is we don't break anything.
Well, I
You
tried.
don't have to worry about breaking the car.
I
Can't
tried.
break the car. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, I'll grab.
Piece of tape. Jim knows what he's doing.
Got so much oil on this. Take my first aid.
Do. Getting the window in her. Huh? It looked like a totally different car when it gets the window put in it.
I know. I still got to mess around with the clips to put the maybe different kinds of tape. Kind of like when you put something together with little tiny machine bolts and stuff, or not machine bolts, but carriage bolts,
Yeah.
and they break. You can always blame it on the bolt was not designed for that kind of torque. Well, here the acetate and the oil doesn't seem to cooperate, so we're going to go to this stuff.
You got that tuck tape there too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you get a little bit of
Oh,
tuck tape there
might
too.
need that too.
Or I can hold it.
The rope is stiff. Ooh, that's better. Okay. Well, I believe that's it. Yeah.
Better than in.
Ooh,
Ready?
not ready. I swept in here this morning.
Good man. Good man.
I had a lot of dirt sitting on your floor in there.
Yeah,
Go there.
that's okay. Your floor now. Okay. That's pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, upside down again. That fooled us again.
I said, I said to myself, I thought the sticker
Oh
was
my
at
God,
the
we
top.
gotta take that stupid rope out. Yeah, why didn't you say so?
Well, because I just let.
You know, it's all right. It's all right to be polite and say, "No, Jim, you're wrong." Okay, back on the table because we obviously got it upside down. Because we can't put the top in first. The bottom has to go in first.
Well, I was thinking that the sticker was at the top, but
Okay. Good thing we didn't use tape that would never come off.
you and Jolene agreed, so I just shut my brain
Yeah,
off. So
well,
whatever.
yeah.
We'll go with there.
Well, you were more in the wrong than us because we didn't know any better. You didn't say anything.
That could be true. That could be true. I'm more fault than you guys are because I knew and I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Damn it. You got me.
Okay.
It's true.
We'll do
Isn't
this
it?
again.
True. I should have.
You know, just because I said it went this way in that curve didn't mean I was right.
Oh.
If that's the last of our problems, we're laughing.
Yes.
Horoscope said I was supposed to have good success today anyway, so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Babe, did you read my horoscope? We haven't been to a Chinese restaurant for a while, have we?
No.
That's due to because we're busy.
Yeah. Well, see, once the windshield's in, I can kind of relax and enjoy myself for a while and tinker, either make or find the clips for the chrome. Then once I get the chrome on, because the chrome clips go through those holes on the roof and little tiny nuts go up in there and tighten. So I can't glue the headliner up until I get the chrome on with the clips because I gotta reach up in through a hole in the metalwork to tighten up this bolt. Then I can glue my headliner up in place. Then put the trim.
Gotcha. Do, 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 do.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes being polite, manners, is not as important as being right. Like, being right was, you were right, we were upside down, but you're so polite, you went ahead and we put her in and did all that work.
I'm letting you take
Okay.
charge, man.
Yeah, well, if you see me taking charge in the wrong direction, stop me. Stop. Okay. Oh, it's looking better now.
It's got inside them clips on either side of this here, doesn't
Oh,
it?
definitely on the inside, yes.
Just get the rubber down here off here a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess the rest, here's where that rubber was folded in underneath the windshield. I put a little block of wood in there trying to stretch it out, but it was underneath there for like 50, 60 years. So I guess,
That won't hurt nobody. I need a screwdriver, maybe. No, I'll put that in there.
it'll go in eventually.
No, I just don't want this underneath the clip here.
Oh. Screwdriver?
No, I got it.
Here's a little
Got
tiny
it.
screwdriver.
Got it now. I'm good to go.
See, it's not down, it's gotta go in and back. So when it goes in and back, it'll be on the other side of the clips.
Okay, well, if it's caught on the clips, it won't.
I
It's
know.
not caught on this in there now. So,
The clip will bend out. It's kind of springy. Yeah. Okay. $100 light bulbs.
you want me to push in on that?
Very lightly. Okay, right off the bat, right on the starters, I need that little screwdriver to get the rubber started. The rope is, the rope has too much gap in the rope right here, and the rubber's already on the wrong side of the flange.
Aha, I got you. So we're not starting off right.
No, we're close.
Okay.
Okay, right here is where I need it pushed down, but
Not yet.
yes, but not
I'll never push through that window. If I break that window, it's no good.
okay.
If I got that much strength, I might break it, come around the corner and catching it, but not pushing it.
The only way I can get the I gotta pull the rubber out, put the rope back in. Because the screwdriver,
Okay, you don't want me pushing on it then. I don't think you want me pushing on it, do you?
the screwdriver, what I need is a hook.
You need a hook.
I don't have a hook.
Come on, I'll give you a hook.
So I'm just
Here.
putting the rubber back or the rope back in.
Here.
Oh, a little tiny hook.
Well, you want me to bend it?
Oh, actually, I'm so close. I only got like an inch.
Okay.
And as I said, it's easy to pull the rubber to
I
push.
can bend it smaller. The hook. Bend it smaller.
Okay, there. I got the rubber. Now, lightly push in this area. Just even pressure.
Yeah.
And hopefully that rubber will stay. Okay, yeah, don't let off, but don't push harder. And okay, I'm going to leave this side
Yeah.
because you're not there.
We're looking good.
We're looking perfect, but I'm going to leave the side that you're not there because I need you over there when I do over there.
Okay.
But the flange is going wonderfully.
Oh,
Actually, the flange is almost going too wonderfully.
don't be like that.
That means it might have troubles on the other side where it's a full shore. The rubber is going over the flange perfectly.
Did you speak too soon?
I would say we better go to the other side. This side's holding its own. Yeah, it's holding its own. The flange is well over the rubber.
Okay.
So there's no chance of it coming off, but this side needs to be pushed in a fair amount and the windshield has to be pushed that way. So feel free.
Yeah.
And of course, the rubber, oh, I can push it down off the windshield a little bit. That helps. Yes, it's
Probably staying
it's
up.
going exactly like it's supposed to. The flange is going right down. The rubber flange is going right down. Okay, right down over the rubber or over the metal flange. Don't push too hard.
Oh, come on.
We're doing fine. We're actually plenty tight.
I'm rocking you right to sleep in there.
Okay, here
Looks good. Oh, here, look.
the windshield, the rubber is hitting on the flange here. We got to push. The windshield has to go that way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looked like it was
Yeah.
tighter on this side.
Yeah, the rubber, the bottom of the flange is,
Try
the
it
bottom
now.
of the rubber is hitting the flange,
Try
not
it.
down in the seat.
Going over? Feel like it's going
Yes,
over?
yes, it looks a lot better.
Pull your rope over.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, that feels good. There's no overlap now.
You want me to push on that
No,
over there?
no, it's looking good.
Awesome. Awesome. Satisfying.
And it helps when I push the rubber down off the windshield a little tiny bit too.
Yes. That's when the chrome's going to come in, eh?
Well, everything's supposed to be in place by the time it's done, right? Windshields are not supposed to fit. Oh, the flange is, oh, let's go to the other side. This is done. I don't even have the rope there yet, and it's done.
Got it like that. Got it like that.
Rick said I'd have no trouble.
Well,
So,
you could be a visionary.
and here the rubber's already on the right side of the flange. The rope's doing nothing.
It means you didn't warp the windshield up. Warping that wall with the torch.
Okay.
Just a second. Got up over here.
Yeah, I'm also fell off the flange here too. Oh, no, got her. Yeah, we don't want that to come out of the windshield, but we do have to have it
Just got that
down.
out of the windshield. Just come out there. Just a second now. Let's pull it off the window here.
Oh,
There we go. It's coming back.
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that's good. That's
off
good.
the
Leave
flange.
it like that then.
Okay, now, here's where the problem lies. We gotta push the windshield that way towards the front tires, to down on the flange, so that this point is down here more, because the rubber has half an inch gap.
You want me to push down?
Yeah, we gotta push all this into that rubber more, because my gap, I got a half-inch gap here. Maybe it's like I said, it does not fit until it's in place. It does not fit in the process. It only fits when it's done. So we'll just carry on. Maybe once I get this rubber on the other side of the flange on the doorpost, that'll encourage the bottom corner to drop down into place. But I like the idea of that oil. That seems, yes, it's going good. And see, this will drop the windshield back and down.
Sweet, Jimbo.
You have to pull on this rubber pretty hard.
Yeah, I noticed that. Well, I'm pushing down on it too, right? I don't know if I should be pushing down on you, if I'm working against you or not. Don't know.
Okay, I'm up around the corner.
I see that,
Go to
dude.
the other side.
Sure.
I think so, yeah.
Well. Shins can't take that
Okay.
anymore. That beating. How's that there, too? It's not a bad rubber for the
Oh,
air.
it's looking better on this side than the other side. Okay, now this is the important part.
Well,
Of course, I'm working upside down.
I'll get out of the way.
Yeah.
Jolene's videotaping you upside down.
Well, it's going on the flange.
You listen. You can't hope for any more than that, can you?
Upside down. I have to keep reminding myself to breathe. Yeah, breathe. Whew, I'm getting winded. Yeah, we gotta.
I did a little bit of boxing in my day, Jim, and that was my problem.
Breathing is actually the most important thing to your energy.
Yes, you forget to breathe.
When you're using energy, if you don't breathe, you're almost as weak as shit once you catch your wind.
Yes.
Okay, it's going real good. Okay, here. I gotta push that rubber up on the windshield a little tiny bit because we're hardly catching the flange.
Right here.
Yeah. I still got the rope there, but I'm now back here. The rubber back there overlapped the flange by half an inch almost. Perfect. But here it's just barely catching it. See, I don't want to pull my rope out till I get a little tension on it, or else all of a sudden my flange is on the wrong side. And then I have to take and build a little hook tool, right? Okay. You know, if I lose my rubber, I got to build a tool. Matter of fact, the people that do glass work, they probably have, like the dentist, they have a whole suitcase full of fancy little tools.
Well, they're just in little tiny nylon. You can buy little plastic things. I got a bag of them in there. I don't use them much, but
pick tools and stuff.
Yeah.
There, that's looking.
You got it, Jimbo. That's exactly where you said you tried to fix the rubber in the front.
There, rubber.
We call that window in? It's in. Might need some caulking in a couple places.
It's on the flange.
What?
It's on the flange by 1/4 of an inch.
Well, it's not coming up then. There must be a piece of chrome goes on there too that tightens that up.
The chrome actually squishes on the rubber on both sides,
okay.
Inside and out.
Question answered then.
Yeah. And
that looks good, Jim.
It's on the flange by the same. You know how thick the metal was down here? It was like 1/4 of an inch. Up here we had a big lip. Well, the rubber is on all the way here, and it's on 1/4 of an inch up here. Yeah. So it's on the same amount, even though we had a big flange up here.
Yeah.
The rubber is on the metal the same amount as it was down here, 1/4 of an inch, as it is up here.
No, man. Looks awesome.
Like, it doesn't go on farther than that 1/4 of an inch. But the rubber is also, this being the original rubber, has a different form of the flanges on the top of the windshield than it did on the bottom. And if you bought a new replacement one, it wouldn't have had that. The rubber would have been the same all the way around, and something wouldn't have fit just right.
Yeah.
Because that's usually what happens when things are altered. But anyway, it
looks good.
It's well, it's no more than over the flange on the top. Remember when I said the windshield had to be pushed down?
Yeah.
The windshield really should be pushed up now. So I'm going to get outside and I'll show you a possible technique. Not like I know anything, but I've seen people do it before. Take one hand on the inside, one hand on the side. Outside, we're just kind of working, and we'll get absolutely nowhere. But anyway, we need to turn the car upside down and shake it.
That looks good.
But it's on the flange, but no more than on the flange.
That's all it asks for. That's all it
And
asks for.
this is on the flange.
You have to remember, once that piece of chrome's on there and tightens that rubber up, that's not going on. You're not beating that windshield out of that rubber now it's in there.
See, even hitting bumps in use will settle that in and bring it down into the corners a little bit more.
Yeah, it looks good, man. How long's it been since that's been in? Or that's never been in?
What?
How long has it been since you had a window in this?
I took the window out when it was broken about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And to rescue the rubber to see if the rubber's all right when I did the interior at Speedy Auto Glass on the Hudson. And I bought this windshield.
Okay.
I was on a spend money as fast as I could spree. And I splurged and I spent $800 and something for this windshield. And
Having no money around keep you honest, won't it?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm kind of glad I bought the windshield when I did because I couldn't afford it now. But I couldn't afford it then either, but I bought it.
That's where it always goes, you know what I'm saying?
But the clips go in after.
Yeah.
Like it just goes in. The original clips, there they are. There's the original clips. They're so rusted out I can't even tell what they're supposed to look like. But the bolts went through from the interior to hold this on.
Yeah.
Whatever that's supposed to look like.
Oh, you mean some of those things that you put in drywall, maybe. You know, you've ever seen them?
And that's the bottom one. Like that goes on here.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't really have much to go by. There's no rolls here, and it said the windshield is in. And if that was pushed in a little harder, it would drop down in the corner.
Oh, you say you probably drive around a little bit, it'll probably win place.
But anyway.
Or fall out.
Whoa.
Awesome, eh?
I believe so.
Awesome.
That kind of actually surprises me.
Why? Rick said it was going to win.
Yeah.
Good for you. Your horoscope said it was going to go good for you.
Yeah.
Things are going awesome, man.
Yeah. I guess what it is you can only handle so many losses before you start getting gains.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
Jim's window's in.
Yeah.
We'll leave her like that. I want to talk about Jim's car after a bit. I don't know if I want to do it on. If you want to do it on film? Yeah. You want to? Yeah.
Well, if you have any interesting questions that you think somebody would want to hear in your comment, talk.
The car that you have there.
Oh, the red car.
The red car.
Okay.
You had it sold, but he didn't show up. Didn't buy
Right.
it.
Yes.
And you had a price on it.
I told him 4,000. It stands me over 6.
So you would sell it to me for the same?
Yes. And if I took the battery out of the laser, I could put it in and see if it runs.
Well, you
It runs. Yes, but it had a problem the last couple of times I drove it where it worked real bad. It shook the whole car when the motor was cold. And when it warmed up, it was fine.
Yeah.
So I think the warm-up sensor, the computer, like it's sort of a little bit like the Ferrari. It's orientated by electronics, right?
Right.
And I think the warm-up sensor's malfunctioning or not sending signal or something because it ran real bad when it was hot, when it was cold. And as soon as it warmed up, smoothed right off and worked beautiful. And so I stopped driving it, and then winter came and I drove my yellow car. And this year I have not even put a battery in to crank it over. But anytime I've ever put a battery in and hit the key, it usually starts like it ran yesterday.
Okay. Did you want to look at it, Jolene? Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at it.
Well, I thought you were talking about this car. But I guess this car's all talked out.
No, got the window on it. That's it.
Yep. Oh, jeez. You look away. I'm gonna grab a hat.
Yeah. This is a Colt. What is it? What does the back say? Is it SS Cobalt? Is this a Cobalt, Jim?
Yeah. It's the SS. It's a 05, so it's supercharged. I guess the newer ones were turbo, but it has no scratches in the windshield, so it was either replaced or never driven in the winter. The sills are starting to go a little tiny bit on the flange on the bottom. It's starting to wobble, but there's no holes in it. It passed safety inspection. I did have to weld a little patch on it, but it should have new sills.
So you had to put a little patch on one?
On one side, it had a hole, so I had to take the plastic off and weld a little patch.
Yeah.
But it's got a modified intake thing on it, and part of the exhaust has been modified. The Cadillac converter was replaced, or something was replaced aftermarket that makes the car as loud as a jet airplane, breaking the sound barrier. So I idled it, and every once in a while I would open it up, or if someone pissed me off in behind, like somebody tailgated me one day. So I dropped a gear and I revved it out to red line. Well, after that, they didn't tailgate me because the noise almost blew the windshield out. But it's loud. The car just echoes between the mountains.
And then the interior's all original in it?
Leather, yep. But I have new tires on the back brakes. I put all new back brakes, including calipers. The calipers were getting bad, and it has aluminum dual action 4 pistons calipers in the back, aluminum, like real top quality, like state of the art top quality. 4 piston aluminum for the back is pretty good, right?
Wow.
You know, like usually they're not aluminum, but it has the front were pretty good, so I didn't do the front, but I did put 4 new tires on.
I like the look of the car.
Yeah.
But, does it pull good?
It works about the same. In some ways, it has as much power as that Plymouth Laser and the Ferrari. It's compatible. It's compatible to the Ferrari and that Plymouth Laser.
What's the laser got in it for an engine? Is that turbocharged or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the laser, it works good. All 3 cars will go 150 miles an hour. And they will not break loose in second gear and spin you off the road. They don't have 500 horsepower. We're talking 200 to 250 horsepower here on all 3 cars. Like they're kind of like road sensibility, if you know what I mean. Like they're realistic. Like they'll get up and go, but they won't put you off the road because they spin out.
Is that the original wheels on board?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, watch out for those trip bumps. Yeah, God.
Can I open this door?
Yep.
Not gonna hit one of them things.
Yes.
Trick bumps.
Too bad I don't have the battery in it.
It's a good looking car inside, man.
Yeah. Somebody painted the red on the dash. That's not supposed to be there, but I didn't do it, but the previous owner.
Right on.
But But anyway, I personally don't really need a surplus. Like I'm not collecting as such. Like I had fun. I drove this thing 4 years. Yeah. It kept my license. And as I said, I got the Ferrari and the Laser, and that's my winter car, and that's almost in the junkyard actually. It's on its 4th set of sills.
Which one?
That yellow car.
Okay.
They rust out bad. But the sills are starting to, the bottom flange is starting to get a little bit wobbly, and due to garage stations and people with their jacks and the sills being bad meant they had to put the jack on the frame, and the frame's not designed, so the frame's got dented up. You've seen it before.
I've seen it on all the cars.
Like right here, it's all
Yeah.
dented up. It needs to be kind of pulled back. But the sills, they're there,
Yeah.
but they are getting, the flange in spots is getting wobbly, which means the sills,
yeah.
if you cut them off, they'd be all rust inside.
Yeah.
But at least there's a floor there to weld to, because it's like the yellow car, the last time I put sills on, the whole edge of the floor was gone. I had to repair the whole edge in order to hook the sill to.
You haven't driven this thing in the winter though.
No, this thing, it's got
feels
about
good.
170,000 kilometers on it.
That feels like brand new up on it. In your
Yeah,
side.
but in the back, somewhere's, if you're up on a hoist and you look at it, you can see where it's starting. They're the original sills. It's
Yep.
never been replaced, but they are starting to go.
Yeah.
They're there, like there's no holes in them, but they are.
Yep.
Like I'm a fuss bucket when it comes to some
Oh, I can
some
understand.
detail. Like
Yeah.
I know that they're a little bit gone, so they should be replaced. But
It's red.
and the clear coat, the car was repainted at one time, but the roof wasn't, and the clear coat was peeling off. So I buffed it down, and I had leftover Ferrari paint. So I masked it up and I painted it. And if you notice, this paint job has no orange peel in it. The gun went split, and all of a sudden it started working good, and it worked perfect on here. But on the Ferrari, it went all orange peely, and then when I had to repaint the bumper, of course, the gun went back to its previous malfunction state to give me my orange peel, which I had to polish out. But anyway, it worked perfect on the roof here. And it's not quite the same red. But
Alrighty. What
Anyway.
we'll do, baby,
now you're going to annoy your customers because they'll, oh, I want that red car. And then you'll buy it, and Chad gets another one right underneath me.
Well, what I'm going to do is we're gonna shut her down, and you're going to have to go back tomorrow to see if we bought it. That's the way she rolls.
Okay.